Hi traders, Nathan Bray here. Inauguration day. Donald Trump, folks, he's in. He's up there on the stage, standing there singing and doing his dance with guess who? The Village People, YMCA. But what I want to talk to you about is a different Village People song, the US Milkshake. Remember that one? That's what I want to talk about. What effect is Donald Trump coming into office going to have on this US dollar and other investment instruments, okay? So already we've seen a few things. We've seen a bit of a sell-off in Bitcoin from all-time highs, but it is just pulling back, holding above this 100K level. We have seen a sell-off in oil, okay? Donald Trump promised to obviously start pumping oil wherever he can, and we have seen a sell-off in the last few days there. Will that continue? But the main one for me is this US dollar index. This morning and into last night, we saw a good 150 pip move in a lot of instruments. And the main thing for me is I'm seeing on the Aussie dollar, on the New Zealand dollar, on the pound dollar, hitting up around 123 weekly level. Will it hold? And of course, the euro dollar. So we are seeing these major levels of monthly support levels. Prices bouncing off them at the moment. Could we see a correction? So let's take a look at 4 of his promises. All right, the first one was tariffs. Already, this amazing promises that are made by Donald Trump was everyone's going to be tariffed. We're going to give them all a really high tariff, etc. Well, now it's like we're not completely decided on the tariffs and which ones and how much. So I feel like it's a bit of a walk back. What we call Donald Trump puffery. For example, Donald Trump, back when I was a younger man, had a company called Trump Steaks. That's right. He was selling beef steaks and he called them the greatest steaks in the world. But people worked out they're kind of from the same cows, perhaps, that other steaks are from. So why is it the greatest steaks in the world? All right. I'm relating that to these promises that he's made. Are we going to find there's a bit of puffery? Are we going to find talk of these tariffs not being as savage as Donald Trump promised? And already there's some talk and already there's some selling off in this US dollar, okay? The second thing, of course, is immigration. Donald Trump was threatening to move up to 11 million illegals out to the country they came from and put more money into building this wall, the one he started building when he was in last time. Now it's sort of been walked back a little bit, potentially, right, on Inauguration Day. The talk is, well, maybe let's get rid of, people with a criminal history first, and maybe let's find a country to move these really bad gang members to. But keep in mind, there's all these workers in the US working for cheap labor. What happens when they grab them and also move them out, okay? We're in a position where there's a minimum wage. There's only a 4% unemployment rate, so there aren't that many people in effect looking for jobs. And now you're getting rid of all of these workers. Who's going to do those jobs? And who wants to pay Americans more to do those jobs? So are we in a position where we could add to inflation, okay, as a result of this promise? So it makes sense to me that they may walk this promise back. And again, if you're forward thinking in the market, your expectation is, well, he's going to do A, B, C, and D. And therefore, my expectation is this will have this effect on the US dollar, or this effect on stock markets, or this effect on bond markets, right? But now it's all being walked back. Could there be profit taking or changes or shifting of funds from one asset because the expectation is now official and it now may have changed? So they're the elements I'm looking at. And to finish off, remember oil. Donald Trump's promise to walk in and absolutely start bringing oil out of the ground anywhere he can, any way he can. So we've already seen a bit of a sell-off in oil over the last couple of days leading up to this inauguration. Well, Trump's in power, everybody, but let's keep an eye on the effect it could have on these assets and keep an eye out for profit taking that has been made with really strong markets over the last few months.